Hello boys and girls, welcome to today's video lesson. Before we begin our story, you have to tell me a secret. Which of your parents were you more afraid of while growing up? I was really scared of my mother, who was a very strict disciplinarian and always made me and my sister study really hard. However, now that I'm a grown-up, I understand why she acted the way she did. She's now one of my closest friends. In today's video, we shall read a heartwarming story titled The Little Girl by the renowned short story writer Katherine Mansfield. The story speaks of a child's changing bond with her father. Kathleen Mansfield Murray was a writer from colonial New Zealand who gained popularity as a short story writer with her much-known pen name, Katherine Mansfield. She is considered one of the most gifted and prolific writers of her time, and a pioneer of the short story genre, of which you have a sample right here in your syllabus. Mansfield struggled with ill health for much of her life and died at the young age of 34. The story of the little girl revolves around a sweet little girl, Kezia, for whom her father was someone to be feared and avoided. The only feeble interaction she had ritually with her dad had been the time when he left office and she bade him goodbye, and then, when he returned, she'd go down to take off her father's boots. She was so terribly scared of her father that she often used to stutter badly in his presence. This never happened with anyone else. To the little lass, the very thought of her father, who was really big in size, was no less than that of a terrifying giant. Usually, during the lazy Sunday afternoons, her grandmother would send her down to talk to her parents, so that the little soul could spend some good times with them. However, even then, her parents used to be really busy enjoying their own leisure times. It is important to understand why Kezia is distant from her father. In those days, fathers hardly had much to do with kids at all. Kezia's father is represented in the story as a stoic, hard-boiled man who believes that he is executing his parental responsibility by providing for his wife and child. However, it is easy to see the fallacy of his ways. He does not devote any real time to the development of the child. Neither does he encourage any tenderness or bonding. The story also explores the themes of fear and control, and Kezia's relationship with her father is fraught with both. Her father seems a fearsome, dominating patriarch, and she is very scared to disappoint him. She feels answerable to him, as do other members of the house. In fact, he is someone who punishes her to teach her lessons, even in those cases where she has done a mistake completely unknowingly or unintentionally. For instance, one day, when her grandmother spoke about her father's birthday, Kezia promptly decided to stitch a pincushion as a gift for him. Unfortunately, little Kezia unknowingly tore a whole set of important papers lying on the bed table to use as stuffing for her cushion. To everyone's utter horror, the set of papers were actually her father's great speech, prepared to be delivered at the Port Authority. Kezia's parents were upset with this, and she was even beaten up with a ruler on the soft pink palms of her hands. Imagine a little child being beaten mercilessly for such a small incident. Those days, concepts like child psychology or child development were unheard of, and helpless children were often brutally punished for the smallest of things. The only solace available to the poor girl was her grandmother, who wrapped her in a shawl and rocked her gently in the rocking chair. The only query that haunted the traumatized child was why God had to create fathers at all. The McDonald's next door had 5 children. Kezia always used to see the kids running around with their father, having a merry time. This gradually made her believe that there were different sorts of fathers and that hers was an especially obdurate type. Then, one fine day, Kezia's mother fell ill and her grandmother took her to the hospital. Kezia was left alone with the cook, Alice, and as she fell asleep at night, she began to suffer from the recurring nightmare of a butcher with a knife and a rope who kept coming dangerously close to her. The child woke up in absolute fear and was taken aback to see her father beside her. As her father asked her what happened, she described the dream and wanted her grandma beside her. Her father, instead, bent down and scooped her into his arms and carried her over to his big bedroom. As he fell asleep beside her, Kezia realized that her father was not so big after all and had a nice hardness as compared to her softer grandmother. He had to actually work hard and so could not afford the luxury of playing around like Mr. MacDonald. She felt sad and guilty that she had accidentally torn off such a beautiful piece of writing he had prepared. All these thoughts warmed her little heart as she could fondly feel the presence of her dad's big heart beating right underneath her ears as she placed her head against his broad chest. The story, therefore, ends in a theme of acceptance, forgiveness, and understanding. What Kezia feels for her father in that moment of epiphany is an understanding of his role as a provider and earner, something that society has defined for him. He loves and protects his children like society has taught him to. But even within that limited capacity, he displays gestures of paternal affection. For example, when he tells Kezia to warm her cold feet by rubbing them against his warmer legs. She finally comes to understand the big heart of her father that lay hidden beneath the gruff exterior that he has to maintain. The story is thought to have been based upon Catherine Mansfield's own conflicted relation with her patriarchal and stoic father. We have now reached the end of this heartwarming story. We shall meet again soon in the recap and question and answer videos. See you.